welcome to Stitches and Sundries. It's been a minute. I'm out of practice on doing this. My name is Lauren. You can find me on Instagram at LaurenUpStitching, where I'm also out of practice for the last month. The holidays have gotten to me in a big way, but good stuff, all fun, good stuff, just a lot. So I missed my November episode and I've gotten a lot of stitching done. So there's lots of fun stuff to talk about. This is a Flosstube. It's a podcast about CrossStitch and stitchy goodness. And yeah, I have a lot of stitching, and I think, I'm trying to remember last year, I think I did like a year in review / goals at the end of the year. But I think I'm going to actually do that in January. I'll try and do an episode closer to the start of January instead of the end, and do goals, year in review. I can't really do like people have been like showing off their whip parades and all their stuff, and I have actually worked my list down. Like, I only have, I think, 8 projects open right now, which it used to feel massive. And now I'm like, oh my God, only 8? Like, that's crazy. So I can't really do much of a whip parade. They're all whips you've seen before. I am like on it lately, finishing stuff. December always does that, where you get that like, oh, I gotta get this stuff finished. I don't want to carry it into the next year. I want it fresh, clean. I've already planned like 4 new starts for January. So, you know, I gotta get stuff off my plate. So, yeah. Anyway. So I will be doing like a year in review type thing, I think, in January. We'll see. We'll see what the world does. I was expecting to do a November episode, and then it just got away from me. I'm recording this the weekend before Christmas, when I've gotten everything done. So now I have a minute to breathe. But I am so in the holiday spirit this year. I'm so ready for the turning of the leaf, you know, into something new. I'm just like ready for that. Feeling it this year. So, well, because it's been 2 months, okay, I got new glasses, and they just need slightly adjusted on the nose piece because they just drift down into looking like my mom territory. So I'm going to do that a lot of like adjusting. So I've got new starts. I've got, did I have this last time? Did I finish this? Hang on. I just saw a name and I'm like, no, I showed that one already. I think I did. I'll have to go back and look. So I have some new starts, but most of them are in the Year of Cryptids, Cryptid Culture set from the Stitch Crypt. So I am almost done that. I am definitely going to get that finished before year end. And so I'm hoping to have a full finish before next episode. So maybe I'll start with that. Let's do a Year of Cryptids review of all the cryptids and where we're at. So, all right. Let me find, I got all these laid out. I got them all stuffed in tubes. All right, I think that's the first one. All right, so these were on the Stitch Crypt's Patreon, and I've been doing them. I think I started late February and got caught up and then did an extra one. So I will have 13 cryptids by the end, and my plan is to finish them as a pennant, as a bunting or something like that, something for decorating, mostly my sister's office, but our house as well, just for fun. So here we go. Cryptid parade. I can't do much of a whip parade, but I know cryptid parade. So, Mothman. These are all done on 32 count so that they would end up roughly the same size. This is Ink Spot Black by R&R Reproductions. And I had a ton of it. I had bought out like remnants. And I had a ton of it in these long skinny pieces. So, it's my main color. And I just fucking love him so much. I love that he doesn't stand out except for those reds, which really make him stand out. So I really love him. That was the first, that was January. All right, let's see if we can remember the order. February was the Flatwoods Monster. And there is the Flatwoods Monster. This is also on a remnant. And you can see there's one down here, but don't look yet. And I don't know which one this was, but it does match the count. And I love that yellow on the gray. I love the Flatwoods Monster. They are one of my favorite cryptids. All right, what came next? Next was none of those. Oh, next I did the extra was she released, and she did actually release another one of these, Fresno Nightcrawler. And I tweaked it a little because her original pattern had an owl here, and I just didn't quite like the owl. But yeah, Fresno Nightcrawler. That was the quote-unquote extra, so that would be the 13th one. Oh, was the next one actually, you know what? I'm missing some. Oh no, they're right here. They're right here. Next one was Nessie. I got them all. I was like, my sister asked me 4 times, do you have everything? Do you have everything you need? Yes, I do. But I thought I maybe didn't. Next one was Nessie. Don't look over there. Nessie, don't look over there. This one is, I think, called Antique Blue. It's just one that I found a scrap of. And she's so cute with her little bubbles. So, quite like that. Nessie, and then was, let's think here. Nope. Chupacabra, I think. I might be getting these out of order now. Chupacabra. Don't look over there. There. Yes, you can't see. Chupacabra. And this is on Zweigart Platinum. 32 count. No! Stop trying to come in. Chupacabra. Super cute. Love the colors. Then, maybe not, Kraken. Kraken might have been before Chupacabra. Can't quite remember the order. I really like the teal of this. I think the color she chose and just her like illustrative style really fit with these cryptids. They're super cute. It's gonna look great. I have my plan of how I'm gonna lay out the colors in the order so that when I put them all together, they look great. All right. Next was, I believe, Cactus Cat, which is a Southwest America. I think these are all North American, except like Kraken is kind of universal, but I think they're all North American cryptids. There's Cactus Cat. Oh, nope, I definitely missed one. There is Squonk. Squonk. And hang on. Oh no, it's on the other side of my whip. There's Squonk, which is a Pennsylvania cryptid. And he's so cute and he's crying. I added the little heart because nobody loves him, but I love him. He's so cute and saggy. All right. Getting through it. All right. Then was Bigfoot. And there's Bigfoot. And I think that's about where I'm like caught up. That is the ones you have seen. Oh no, wait, there's one more. Bigfoot. Super cute. Love that she did the like classic pose. All right, hang on. I need to get into my whip bag because it's on the, as you've noticed, I've tried to use up the fabric. So they're on ends of ends. This is my favorite cryptid. This is the Loveland Frogman. And he's an Ohio cryptid. And he is so cute. And he has a little wand. And I'm so happy she put the wand in. He's like the size of a child and he has a wand. and nobody knows why he has a wand, but it's magic. All right, and so that is all the ones that I've caught up. I had in previous episodes, but it's been 2 months and I've gotten several done. So October's was the Jersey Devil, and I really needed the Jersey Devil because I wanted it on this gray, and I'm super happy I got it on the gray. And so for my planned color pattern to work out, I really like how this was finished. I like the red wings, very cute, very obviously from New Jersey. So then came a kind of controversial one for me. I'll put it up here. November's was the Hellhound. And I'm just like, that's not a cryptid. That's not a cryptid, and I didn't quite know why it was there, and I was so surprised by it. I was like, oh, she's not going to do any more classic ones. She's like reaching, because why would you do a Hellhound? Because it's straight up not a cryptid. Like, and in her little description, she's like, Cerberus and the black dog. I was like, well, the black dog kind of makes sense, but Cerberus is not a cryptid. So I was like, well, I don't want a Hellhound. It just like would not go with the theme to me at all. So I tweaked the pattern a little bit. I changed the colors so that I could do it as the black dog or black shuck, which is so there he is for me. I tweaked the tail so it's not a forked tail, obviously changed the coloring, and they're sometimes depicted with 3 eyes or being like omnipotent or like seeing into the future. They're often like ill omens, so that's why I added the red eye. But otherwise that I kept. Oh, I got rid of the it had inverted crosses for the Hellhound, which totally makes sense for a Hellhound, but didn't really make sense for black shuck, so I just changed those to stars. There weren't very many of them. So I think this one matches the theme of cryptid more. But I mean, that's just for me and what I was looking for from the pattern. So, but I'm a little annoyed because I would have done this on the dark gray, because I thought she's done with the classic one. She's not going to do the Jackalope. I would have wanted the Jackalope on this brown, because the Jackalope's very earthy. But it actually turned out really good. I like the red on this brown. It really pops. Looks great. So Hellhound was November. And now we're into whip territory. Because, hang on, where did I lay it? December was the Jackalope, of course. Of course, of course. Why do you throw Hellhound in there? It's like, I mean, I guess it's a folklore animal, an animal from folklore, but just wasn't kind of the same thing to me. Anyway, so this is the Jackalope, and I've gotten it started on my last piece of this ink spot black fabric, and it's going to look great. It doesn't matter that it's on a different fabric. So it's going to look great. Already really loving it. Love the bottom of this like antler pattern. Really liking it. Yeah, it's turning out great. I have really enjoyed this series. I think she's doing another series next year for her monthly Patreon. And I don't know, I think I'm actually going to switch to a different designer and see, you know, what other people are doing. I think I'm actually going to do the Artsy Housewife, I think is who I was thinking about doing. I could do, you know, more than one, but I feel like I've gotten a lot of Stitch Crypt stuff in the last year, and I really have liked it. I've really enjoyed it, but I'm going to try something different next year. Especially if she's doing another like series like this. Like, I think I've gotten a good amount out of her series, so I'm looking for something different. So yeah, that is all my pieces for the, so I am like I said, like Jackalope, which I need to buy one color for, and Jackalope, and then I am done. I am ready to start finishing these up. And I am super excited about that. I already have plans. I have templates. I have patterns for how I want to do it. And so it's going to look great. Can't wait. So that's a hefty, when I was looking through like how many projects I've finished, I counted each of these individually as its own little small. And I mean, that's 13 right there. Pretty darn good if you ask me. Now what am I going to do with them? I'm going to tuck them in here for now. Nope. Too big. They're going to just set over here for now. Gosh. I'm never organized enough. I don't feel organized enough. I need to make a page in my tracker. I keep all my projects in a tracker, in a journal. And I need to make a page for Jackalope. But I did make a page. Check out this awesome page. This is my page for Jersey Devil. My sister had gotten like a little pamphlet and it had all the cryptids in it. So she let me cut it up, take out the Jersey Devil, which was awesome. And I drew the like pentagram and everything. And then the back, I thought that was really good. I like the back a lot. And then for Hellhound, because I was doing it as the Black Shuck, I wanted it to be more like graveyard and like bad omen, ill omen inspired. So I found this really creepy picture. And then like castle. And then on the back, it's like, it's often seen on the road. So I had this awesome image of a horse and carriage. And then this is like a funeral card from the Tim Holtz collection. And I said observations, like observed. You are being watched. So yeah. So I need to make one more page for that, but then that series is done. Which will be crazy to have that done. Because I feel like, I mean, it's been all year. It's been a big part of the year working on that. Sorry, I am so thirsty. I feel like I've got like cotton mouth. All right, more finishes. Let's do finishes. All right, I don't know. Did I have this started? Let me look here. Yes, okay, so I had this started last episode. And this is, I need to finish it tomorrow. Fully finish it tomorrow because I'm giving it as a gift. This is a gift for my workmates at work. So I did one for my manager and this one is for our like department head. And this is Teamwork by the CrossStitch Traveler, who does really cute little like sayings and things like that. And I got this all done. It desperately needs ironed. Don't look at it too closely. Desperately needs ironed, but I think he'll really like it. I don't know that CrossStitch is his thing, but he's gonna have to live because I'm on his team, and that's just the life we all live, right? But I really like the like poppy, almost like tropical colors. Like I think he'll really like that. I think he'll dig it. So I'm gonna get this finished up in a hoop with a backing, and then I will have the other one I did was A Cruel World by CrossStitch Traveler again. And again, this is for my manager. We're the finance team, so she got A Cruel World. Got this one. And we hired someone in October, and so I need to make a third one. I already told her she's not getting it for Christmas. But I'm going to make her a third one, and it says, "Welcome to Finance, where everybody counts." Right? Super cute. So I'm going to get started on a third one probably this weekend. But yeah, I need to get this in the hoop because we're exchanging gifts on Monday. So that has to happen. I'll roll it back up into the thing. These were super fun. Some reason the flower clusters There's a lot of, like, I don't even want to say confetti, but it feels like confetti. It slows me down like confetti. So every time I hit a flower cluster, I'm like, I don't want to be here. I don't want to do flowers, even though I love flowers. What else do I got in the done-dones? Okay. This one's all the way in the back part. I gotta go to my page, which means I'm bumping the camera a little bit. But that's the life we live, right? All right, so this is an older whip that I am glad to have finished. This is You Rock by Stitchrovia. And I started it in November of 2023 and I finished it in December of 2024. Just because it just didn't come up in my rotation quite often, but there it is. It's lovely. It looks fantastic. That yellow is really popping in this light. It is very poppy yellow. This is on 28 count Sunflower Lugana from BeStitchMe. And it just looks so good. I'm a little annoyed with, I should have cut this down a little bit more, you know, moved it to the left or right more and had more of this sunflower left, but such is life. And yeah, beautiful. Really like this pattern. I have a plan to put a, like, my mom has a record collection and I have been starting my own record collection. So I want to get a, actually his uncle says he has one, like a table record player, and have a record player, records, all that stuff in one corner of, right out there, you can't see, but one corner of my basement, and have a little, have this up on the wall there. And it's so like bright and cheery. Like, it is just so lovely. So, all right. I think that is all my whip finishes. Hang on, let me go back. I gotta start putting these things in order of start and not in alphabetical order so that I can keep looking. Oh, actually, you know what? I think maybe you've seen this one before. So the last whip update into a finish that I have is Graveyard U by Noctiflora Designs. And I had started it, I think I got just a little ways into it, but it is now finished and it is fully finished. Looks fantastic. So this is a frame, I think from Michael's, and it's supposed to just have like a floating picture in it. Like it's sold as art, not as a frame. Too bad. I liked the frame. I liked how scuffed up it was. I liked how, and it fits the shape of this perfectly. So I think it ended up perfect. And yeah, it's up on my winter wall right now. I had to take it off the wall to show it off. And I think when it's not on the winter wall, I think it might go right there. Love it. Very cute. I did this on some hand-dyed aida, 14 count aida, that I won in like a little thing on Facebook way back in the day, because I'm not really on Facebook anymore. But it's beautiful. It was perfect for this. You can't tell me that doesn't look icy cold and perfectly dreary. I love that. So that one's done. I feel like I'm just blasting through, but maybe not. Okay. Get my head on straight again. The next one I have is, I started and finished. So at work, we were going to do a, there is a charity around here that does, it's a domestic violence shelter. It does adoption support. It does all kinds of stuff. It's a very, very, very good organization around here. They're excellent. And every year they do the Festival of Trees, which is organizations and people, anyone can do it. You decorate a tree, you donate the tree, and then the trees are auctioned off and all the money goes to the charity, right? So our work put a tree together this year, and it was, and so they asked everybody at work to donate an ornament. So they had supplies for you to like paint an ornament, or you could purchase one and donate it with like a limit of like, I think $8. Or you could make one yourself and bring it in, but you know, as long as it was appropriate. So I, of course, was going to stitch one. So I started stitching and I was like, I will have no trouble finishing the stitching, but I needed my sister to sew them into ornaments. And that became pretty apparent that it wasn't going to happen, that I would have to be like a real nag to get that done. And so I was about to like settle in and do my nagging because I can do that. I am, you know, a qualified nagger. But I got out a box of ornaments for our tree, and there were some ornaments I had finished the year before. So I was like, okay, easy peasy. I will donate one of these ornaments that I had finished and therefore finish these whenever. No time crunch. So now I have they're not even ornaments. We finished them as little cushions. And let me show them to you. So these are the Dashing Through ornament set by Lucie Heaton. How cute did those? So this one is Dashing Through the Snow, and this one is Dashing Through the Woods. And they were part of the Just CrossStitch Christmas ornaments. I want to say 2018 or 2019. A friend of mine had the magazine, and I just went through them and found them. And Sarah helped me finish them up as little cushions. I wanted the two-tone. That is the part that I needed sewn. Because I wanted the two-tone with the patch of fabric on the bottom. Don't ask me why. It's how I envisioned them being finished. But she finished them up, and they came out beautifully. And I need to now get a little, you know, like Notions small things basket to put all my cutes in. Because this was super fun. I did these up. I stitched each one of them in a night. Like, no problem. I think each one is like 500 stitches. So it was nothing to get those finished up. And they turned out so cute. So my little tiny bit of Christmas stitching, because I didn't really do any like full-on Christmas stitching, which we don't do. It's weird. We put a tree up because we've always put a tree up, but we really don't like do Christmas. I don't know. It's weird. Like we do more winter break celebration. Like, thank God we're not at work. But it's fun. I love it. But like, I haven't heard a single Christmas song this year because we don't play music at work, and I don't have radio in my car, or I have radio. I just don't listen to the radio in my car. So I just haven't heard it. I mean, maybe here and there in a store, I'll catch a little bit of it, but. So that is all my whips and pretty much all my new starts, because I've just been like I said, I started and finished. Doing great. These are really falling down my face. I really need to get them corrected. And cryptids. Been like banging away on those cryptids because I want those done. So I do have a few whips though. Regular old-fashioned whips. So let's do some regular old-fashioned whips. I move some of my stuff around so I can get to them. All right. So first up this is Graveyard by Nazaire. She's a pixel artist that allowed me to convert her pixel art into a pattern. And here's where I was. Pull it up here. Here's where I am. I have dropped down to the second section and I have started on the, I've now reached the statues. I'm no longer just in trees. So I've reached the statue. And I got here, I started working on the statue. I feel like I'm like, hang on, let me scoot forward. There we go. I got here and I started on this and I realized I don't think there's enough contrast in those grays. Especially if you get farther down into the thing, it is clear that those are going to be more shadow. So I readjusted my color of gray there to just darken it up like a shade. So I need to unpick that and redo just the lines, just the like outlines of the feathers in her wing. So it's not a huge amount. It's just as soon as I realized that and I was like, realized I needed to unpick, I was like, I don't particularly feel like doing that. So I've been putting it off. But yeah, this is actually, so we're now all the way to the end. There's the edge. It's not going to be a massive piece. I think it's going to be like a 9 by 11, roughly. So a little, slightly bigger than a piece of paper. 9.5 by 12, something like that. Not very large, but it's my first real, like full coverage, and I have been really enjoying it. I don't know why I had to go make my own piece to find a full coverage that I really liked, but I did, and I really liked it, so that's where we're at. I have to do something in the weirdest way possible. So, yep, this is coming along quite nicely. I'm loving the colors. I know this is going to be my longer project, especially when I put it up because I don't want to unpick stitches. But, yeah, coming along quite nicely. My second whip is, while I get out the bag, this is Hocus Pocus by the Prairie Schooler. And I'm working on this to finish as little. Did I pick up the wrong bag? I did. Okay, pause. I'm gonna go get Hocus Pocus because I picked up the wrong bag. Or, you know what? I'll come back to Hocus Pocus. We'll pause at the end. So never mind. We'll come back to that. Okay, then what are we doing? The next one I have is Spooky Shells by the Steady Thread. And it is a blackwork pattern. It was her Halloween sal for 2024. And this is where I was. I had just kind of gotten started on part one. I think I had the moth picture done, if I'm remembering correctly. And this is where I am now. Ah, so cute. Loving that. The more I stitch on this, the more I absolutely love it. So obviously I've gotten the whole of part one done. And I'm just going to try and see, camera will not zoom to, like, the writing of Dracula. Like, it's amazing that that's as legible and clear. She uses no half stitches. She had to use one, and she writes a whole blurb about, like, she's so sorry she had to use one for the mouse's nose. There's a little mouse here, and his little nose she had to use a half stitch for. How crazy. I mean, that is just so ridiculous. So, yeah. But everything is so intricate and so legible. Like, it's so pretty. So, yep. So I'm going to be starting over here on, there's a picture of a haunted house, and it says Home Sweet Home or Home Sweet Haunt or something like that. Very cute. And I'm going to work my way over this way. I'm stitching this on 18 count Picture This plus Conifer. And I think it just turns up I think it lets the black pop really nicely. And being a kind of neutral but interesting background. So I'm really pleased that it would fit on this piece. All right. every time I get this out, I just enjoy working on it. Even if I can't count the stitches the way I would in Pattern Keeper. My poor stats. Oh, we're gonna have statistical analysis next time. Not quite that bad. All right, I'm gonna run up and find Hocus Pocus, figure out what bag I put it in. Totally thought I had the right bag. So I'll be right back. I've returned with the correct bag. Yes. So again, there's Hocus Pocus. There's where I was. Can't remember. What had I done last time? I think I maybe finished the moon last time. Bum, bum, bum. So I either had started this one or blah, 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 but I finished the little witch saying see all in her crystal wall. Love that. And started down here on the spells witch. And you can see I'm leaving space because I'm hoping to finish each of these as a small ornament on like a card to possibly hang around my cubicle. So I put them on a string, like little placards or something. Very cute. Love them. This one I am doing on, hang on. Got to go back. This one is 32 count Dragon's Lair from BeStitchMe. And I think even with the spacing, I think I can get them all on there. There are a total of 9 and then 2 bonuses in the pattern. So 11 total. So 3 rows of 3 and then a row of 2. I'm going to have a row of 2 at the bottom. But also I am already looking at doing her set called Boo Moon, and I might just stick to a Boo Moon down here as well. So, but look how pretty. I am stitching this all with forbidden fiber threads, which are like small batch dyed, I think, or custom dyed. I got them all in stitch boxes or as presents or things like that. And yeah, that moon is like one of my favorites. I just freaking love that moon. This little witch, she's so cute. Yep. And yeah, I figured this would be a good project to use those kind of specialty threads on, because if at any point I'm like, oop, I've run out, you know, of one-off color that I'm not gonna be able to find again. Well, as long as I can start another card, they don't all have to be matchy-matchy. It's not like I'm trying to finish a whole piece. I just need to finish a little card. So, this is a favorite of mine to stitch on. It is, because things are kind of blocky and like silhouetted and very, it's got that primitive style. It's just like go, go, go. Put on a TV show and potato chip stitch, munch, munch, munch. So yeah, those are my, I feel like, look how little my whip pile is. So in total, like I said, I think I have 8 whips. That includes the Cryptids. So when that Jackalope is done, that's another whip completely done. So I'm trying to think here. I managed to get a lot of stuff accomplished this year, but I have a couple things I'm carrying into the new year, but I will look at all that next time when I've thought about it and like have a clear vision. Oh, the last thing is I have the cutest little gift from my friend Devin. She gave me a Christmas gift, even though we don't do Christmas gifts to each other really. And so she made me a thing. How great is that? So cute. So cute. And of course, she knows me, so it's all Halloween themed. I love the little derpy Frankensteins. They're so cute. It's lined. Like, this girl, above and beyond, like absolutely ridiculous. And it's like super sturdy. It is like, she must have interfaced it or something, because it is like, I just love it so much. It is so gosh darn cute. So obviously I need to get up more projects to put in cute bags. I love it. And it's green. So just a little bit of, I have awesome friends news. Anyway, all right, I've rambled. I've rambled about everything. I'm so glad to be back. I was so upset when I realized there's just no way to cram that in November. Like, I was going to pare down the holidays this year. I really was. And then we got some snow, and I called up my uncle who plows our driveway for us. And I was like, hey, you know, if you have time, like, we're not really going anywhere today, but if you have time, could you plow us out? And he's like, well, are you doing cookies this year? And I was like, I really don't have the time to do cookies. He's like, well, then I guess you don't get, he was joking, obviously. But he was like, I guess you don't get plowed out. I'm like, gosh darn it. Even if it's fake guilt, I feel real guilt. So I had to do a cookie bake. And I had to do Friendsgiving. And I had to do blah, blah, blah. And I had to do blah, blah, blah. And I had to help with this thing at work. And I did a charity thing. And it was like, okay, every weekend is absolutely cram-packed. But it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. But I'm ready for sleepy. Winter's supposed to slow down. I'm ready for sleepy stitching, video games, no work. That's what I'm ready for. Anyway, I hope you all are having a wonderful... I'm recording this on the eve of the longest night of the year, which means, you know, the sun will come out again, the returning of the light, the dawning of a new day, the rebirth of us all, and it'll be... I hope you're all taking that in. I hope you're all having a wonderful... You're going to be reborn into something better, greater, you know, calmer, less anxiety, you know, whatever you need. I hope that is what this changing over, this moving of the planets, whatever it is, you know, your aligning of your crystals, whatever. I hope it all is good. So I'll see you next time, and we'll do goals and stats. Oh, yay. Bye, guys.